Well, it's been a whole minute since I did anything with the Cybertruck, and EVBase sent something over and they're like, hey, check this out. And then they also wanted me to let everyone know that they are having a Black Friday sale, and it's like 26% off if you use my discount code. So that's really, really cool if you're interested in anything for Black Friday for anything, you know, electric, Tesla, Rivian, whatever it may be. And there's the new lock sound. I love that lock sound. But I did kind of want to go over a few things. I did say when I first bought the truck, I'd let everybody know if anything happened. And so this is kind of an update and then to show the new product that they sent over. The first thing is that I did actually have a problem with the tailgate. It delaminated. I'll go ahead and go back over here real fast where the truck is. But it did delaminate the back, at least that's what Tesla told me. And so they actually ended up having to replace the entire tailgate. Now that was completely free. As I said before, you know, as long as Tesla stands by the failures and fixes them, I'm good with it, right? Like that's my biggest issue. And then finally, it took them literally a year to get the light bar, but I did finally get my Foundation Series, you know, Cyberbeast light bar, and I love that thing. It is awesome at night. In fact, we had a really big rainstorm that flooded around my area and knocked out like several bridges and roads and stuff. And when I had to go out and check my parents' property, and also they live on a dirt road, so it was like, can I get in? That was an amazing thing to have because it allowed me to see a lot more of the road in front of me, the ditches, where there was flooding, where I needed to be careful and stuff. So it was just really, really helpful, and I'm really glad I got that. But let's go ahead. I'll walk around to the front and we will do the install. I have just opened the box to see what these look like. I have not actually installed them yet. So go ahead and hop in here, let the camera switch over. So we're inside the car, and this is the box that they sent it in. Something super, super lightweight, super, super simple to install. That's kind of why I wanted to do this. So you can see here, and I'll go ahead and see which piece this is because I have looked at least the pieces. And this is basically like a steering wheel kind of cover. It's not actually a full cover. It's only going to cover the top and the bottom. This would be your bottom piece, and as you can see here, it's got the cutout for that steering wheel at the bottom, or the little piece here. I'll turn the camera around. So right here, this is going to go like right here and slide in there. I am going to do that in just a second, but I will get the other piece out here. Let me switch this around again. And I will pull out the other piece, set this over in my seat. And here is the other piece. So this goes on the top of the steering wheel and then on the bottom. So it kind of gives you a cover. Now this is carbon fiber, and it is actually pretty nice. I did not get the high gloss. I don't like anything with a really high sheen. But if you are interested in doing anything, or you have a Cybertruck, that I know they've done like the dashboard or that little console piece right here. I'll switch it around again. This piece right here, like this trim piece, you can get in carbon fiber. I think you can do the door frames over there in carbon fiber. I know you can do this in carbon fiber and this. I mean, you could go completely insane with carbon fiber in this truck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this on there real quick. I did want to mention that inside of here, when I got mine, I actually had to reach in and kind of pick off some of the glue. There was some glue pieces that I didn't really feel comfortable pushing this onto my steering wheel. I was afraid that potentially it might, you know, scratch it or something. And so, or pulling it off, it might cut into the whatever that material is, like a fake leather, and it would just be a bad idea on any fake leather steering wheel. So I peeled those off. That was mine. I don't know if you'll have the same problem, but just check that inside each one of these where it fits in, there were little like globs of glue. And so you definitely want to check that and make sure it works. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll turn this around here. And this is the top piece. Again, I've never done this before, so I'm just, you know, showing you. So this goes like right about here, and I'm going to grab it. And this is like a little fussy there. There we go, look at that. That's actually pretty nice. It like blends into the steering wheel pretty nicely. I'm glad I didn't get the high gloss. That would have driven me absolutely bonkers. And then again, I'm gonna make sure it comes off here in the video, and you may get to see me yell at my truck if it scratches something, and it did scratch a little bit. So if you're peeling that off, but it looks like it's honestly not scratching. It's just where like the glue or something touched that. So again, you're not gonna be taking this on and off. It's definitely not something that you want to like remove a whole bunch, but it's something that just right there you go. And it locks into place, and just like that, it's in. Now you can do the same thing down here at the bottom. So you're gonna push this in, and I'm gonna make sure I'm hopefully lined up. And see, it's got like a glue, and it definitely gets a little fussy when you're trying to put it in. I'm gonna try to pry it with the fingers so it doesn't slide as much on the actual steering wheel there. And there you go. So right there, you've got a nice grip on the steering wheel, and that is basically where your hands will sit a lot of the time, is up here. So it's really, really nice, and it's honestly a nice texture up here. I do like it. I do kind of still like the original steering wheel, and I'll have to, as always, go back and forth. I did end up keeping my light strip that I was gonna rip out, and decided that with Tron mode, it looked pretty cool. I know it's in the daytime and you can't see it, but I did keep that. I wanted to hop in here real quick. I had put the video together, and I was playing around with installing the little carbon fiber pieces, and I found that there's a little bit better way to do it than when I first did it. I was doing it single-handedly holding this camera, and it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So you want to put on one side, on the bottom one. The top one tends to slide in really easy. The bottom one's a little fussy. So you want to put in like one side. You want to pry up with two hands. It works a lot better with two hands. Pry up the bottom and the top, and put in one side, and then kind of work across to the other side, and then do the same thing. Pry up the top and the bottom of the right-hand side and slide that in. And that's gonna give you a lot smoother seating, if you will. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to show you that here. I'll take this off real fast because I still have it on, but you just kind of pry it from the bottom down here at the back, and then the top up here at the back. So my hand's gonna be in the way, sorry about that. But you just kind of pry it up just like that, and there you go. It just comes right off. It's a lot easier. Now you do get little smudge marks on the steering wheel. Again, I think that is from the glue inside here. It's like the residue of the glue. But then you wanna take it, and same principle. So you wanna grab right here, you wanna grab the two corners, pull them apart, kind of get them over there, pull them apart, and push. Notice how this is veered out like this, right? So that's angled out, and then you can kind of slide it, and it will get past this little point, and then it's just a lot easier to do that right there. So just wanted to hop in here. Again, I had already done this, but I wanted to show you a little bit cleaner way to install this if you ever decided to get one. But yeah, that is the carbon fiber steering wheel cover grips, whatever you want to call them. They're on EVBase's site. You can use my link. You will get 26% off for the month of November. It's their Black Friday deals, or Black Friday month. We don't even do Black Friday anymore. We do Black Month, it should be called. Black November. I coined that because it needs to be called that. But yeah, they're on there. You can pick these up. You can pick up the lights, the light strip that I have, or anything else. And I highly recommend going over there. A lot of the EVBase stuff I have, I definitely like their products. There's a couple nuances and stuff with them, but they're really nice. All right, well, that has been my kind of overview of the new changes to the Cybertruck over the last few months, and then this new product that EVBase sent out. If you're interested in picking up anything from EVBase, whether you have a Cybertruck or a Tesla or even a Rivian, they cover a lot of different, I didn't realize how many different things they covered. I was on their site looking for a friend, and then I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you had all this. So yeah, use my discount code. It'll be down in the bottom, and it gets you 26% off for the entire month of November. So I highly recommend, if you're shopping around for anybody who has a Tesla, or maybe you have one and you're looking for that discount, go ahead and use that, and it helps me out, helps the channel out, and also gets you a nice discount. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you in the next video.